I don't know if this is symbolic or literal, but I was thinking about your career stuff. I was seeing water, like heavy, dark water around it. Um, Again, option, it could be something that is environmental, or it could be around like capturing your state for how you're feeling about things, like feeling like you're underwater or things are foggy or mysterious, because it feels more like ocean water in that there's a certain level of ocean that we still haven't explored, and it's so deep and mysterious. It's giving a bit of that energy to it. Born and raised in Florida. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing it feels very deep and exploratory. Like, obviously, this is not useful that you're using a magnifying glass, but for whatever reason, it's like you're using a magnifying glass to look at this dark ocean of water, which a magnifying glass will not help you. Maybe some sort of a light, sure. But there's a mismatch in the tools being used to figure out what's coming or also what's next and like what you want. So there is definitely a lack of clarity, but I am getting an emphasis on, this is the phrasing. Are you sure that's what you want? I don't know this is what this is referring to in particular, but that's what's coming in for me. So I'm seeing you now like putting special goggles or something on. It almost looks like those like headlamps. So you're recognizing, okay, well, I'm not really getting the full picture here. I'm not getting everything I need to know. I don't actually know what is out there, what all of the opportunities are. And so you put on these goggles with the little headlamp with the light. And some of it's just reflecting back at you. So again, it feels like you're trying to use some different tools to figure out what's the thing. How do I know what the thing is? You're saying I'm letting things come to me, but it still feels like that's not even necessarily working. It's not actually drawing the thing to you because you, for anything that you were trying to manifest, even if you don't know the specifics of it, it's typically a best practice to have at least some sort of intention around whatever it is. Maybe you don't know the thing itself. I want this exact job. I want to be in this exact type of company, whatever it is. But what feels like it's missing here is a little bit of that piece of direction for the universe to know what to bring you. So what I'm doing is I'm asking, like, what are the recommendations? What's something that you could do to help clarify that? And when I was asking right off the bat, oh, so is there some sort of exercise, not a journaling exercise, not something that you're necessarily writing down or brainstorming, which is normally what I might just recommend of, oh, you're trying to manifest. Like, usually journaling is a great practice for that, but for some reason it feels like that's not the thing for you in this situation. It feels like it's something like a little bit more creative. Like, do you have any sort of a vision board? Yeah, I don't like journaling. That makes sense. Are you more visual? Because I'm getting, if you're doing something that's helping you with manifesting and getting a little bit of clarity that feels more creative, it feels like that might connect more. Yes, more visual. Yeah, it just feels like journaling's not the route. Normally that's what's recommended, not for you. So you could go on Pinterest, or if you have magazines or something, or looking up images online. But it seems like there's a way that you could either create a physical vision board or digital. I have a digital vision board that I created. I just designed it and then I just like have it as a little widget on my screen. Sometimes you can just put it as your home screen. But doing something where it's okay that you don't know what the thing is. It's just the act of looking because your intuition will turn on a little bit because you'll see something and go, oh, I like that. Or I wish I could be like that or do that or embody that. And allowing those images to come to you, collect them in some space. If you want it to be more artsy, you could print it out, cut it out, whatever it is, design it, or have it be something visual. But you're being asked to give something of an instruction manual for what actually should be coming to you. And the way that you can figure that out visually is by seeing what you are drawn to, because there will be a pattern. There will be something in there. And then when you see it in front of you and you have your collection of, a dozen, I keep getting 15 to 20. So it's like you're looking at some sort of relatively large collection of images that you'll be able to see a pattern of the things that you picked. And that will actually give you more of a conscious indicator of what it is that you are actually calling in for this career change or just job change. Like maybe it's a similar job, but you're just at a different kind of company. That information can be presented to you by revealing the pattern through the images that you are drawn to. The actual card here, because we haven't even flipped over the card. First quarter moon and Gemini, speak your world into being. If this is not manifesting, I don't know what is. Obviously, in this situation, this is Gemini focus, which is more verbal. But Gemini also does like doing some research. And in essence, that's what we're doing here. But because you are visual, we're not using the words so much like a journaling exercise might, but you're doing the research piece. You're gathering the information that you need through a medium that is more resonant for you. And then when you have that laid out in front of you, you will be able to actually speak more clearly to the universe about what it is that you want to call in. It doesn't have to be the exact job, the exact industry, whatever it is, but you'll be able to capture the energy of whatever this shift or opportunity is. And hopefully you'll have a little bit more mental clarity around it. You could maybe put some more labels or categories on it when you come at it from more of the abstract of just what am I drawn to? What are the things that I like? I'm getting, if you're wondering around what prompts you could use for searching, I'm getting some examples of different things that you could search for, but definitely if you even want to do this exercise, this is not required. This is totally up to you. If it resonates, you can do it. And if it doesn't, it's just some food for thought. What's the intention behind the suggestion that I'm giving you, and trying to ride with that in whatever way works more. If this doesn't, you could search for things like career woman, career change, some specific field, something about dreams. I'm getting like dreams tucked in there too. And then any sort of keywords related to known likes or dislikes, and trying to mix some of that stuff together and have some sort of an array. Things that are pretty or relaxing or that you like looking at, that are aesthetic in some capacity. Pulling all of those together. This may seem random. Like, how is me having like a pretty latte in a coffee shop going to be helpful? It's, if you have 15 to 20 pictures, it's about what all of them are doing together when you look at it. That there'll be something that's in these images or the connection between what you chose, that it'll be more apparent what your taste is, your values are, your interests, and what will actually be aligned with you. First quarter moon in Gemini, speak your world into being. Definitely let me know if you end up trying this or something like this. I would be curious to know like how it pans out and how you could get some clarity on it. But yeah, it feels like doing some sort of a visual activity is kind of a backdoor into getting some of the information that you need. And when you have the information in front of you and you go, oh, I love these things, that's activating the high vibration energy that you need to help manifest. When you love what it is that you're seeing, when you're lit up by what it is that you're seeing, that's how it can kind of tap into that. and then open the channel to actually call in that career change, shift, reevaluation opportunities versus you're currently in this like dark depths of the ocean. So not even are you unable to figure out what's coming, but the universe doesn't know what to send you or where you are. So there's a bit of layers here. So how can you have some space, some clarity, visibility? Thank you so much. I'm so visual. And we'll start this ASAP. My therapist has me telling her my dreams. Okay, yeah. So if there is something going on with your dreams, that's another thing too. We talk about this in my psychic development classes, and we talk about this with dreams as well. I have intuitive dreams for sure. If you were seeing things popping up in your dreams, you could do that. You could say, "Oh, it's interesting. I had this dream. Look that up. Get a picture of it. Put it in the board. Put it in your pile." So that's something you could do too. If you're having recurring imagery, it could be spirit team guides trying to direct you towards something. So I would consider that too. Earlier, I felt the Sag moon and said Gemini-ish. I love this reading. Thank you, BD. I'm glad you're enjoying.